Those games are there. And there's a reason why we talk about one of the easier schedules in the NFL. That's why. This is a season of win, loss, win, win. Win, loss, loss, win, loss, win, loss.
The Bills is an automatic loss. They can lose to Dallas, they can lose to Miami, and they can lose to Green Bay. So
the offense is going to be clicking. They're going to be in all these games. And this is why when people tell me this year, Adam, 10-7, the Lions are going 10-7, I don't laugh at them. Jeff, the Lions season expectations. All right, we got 10 minutes. Hear me out. I want to go game by game.
Let's do it.
I'm not asking you for a score. I'm not asking you for anything. But I want to evaluate the season in portions. All right, let's start with the first 4 games. Home to Philly, home to Washington, on the road to Minnesota, and home to Seattle. 3 home games. 4 games in total. What's their record after 4 games, Jeff?
I have them 2-2. I have them 2-2. I have them beating Washington and Seattle. I have them losing to the Vikings and to Philly.
All right, and we would agree. We would agree, although one of my favorite bets for this upcoming Sunday is the Lions underdog money line at home against the Eagles. I'm taking that line. But I agree, 2-2. Next 4-game stretch, you have New England on the road, Dallas on the road, home to Miami, home to the Packers. After 8 games.
Yeah.
And specifically in that 4-game stretch, Jeff, what's the record in that 4-game window?
So for that 4-game stretch, it could be 1-3, easily, or worst case scenario 0-4, which we would all be extremely, extremely unhappy with. But I'm gonna go and say, 1-3. I think they beat New England out of those 4 teams. It's hard for me to say, and maybe they beat Dallas, but if you're talking about me definitively, they can lose to Dallas, they can lose to Miami, and they can lose to Green Bay. So to me, I'm gonna say 1-3.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Hopefully they are 2-2. I think
I'm going to go 2-2. And that means through 8 games, I have them at 4-4. Okay? I think they beat New England. I think they lose to Dallas. I think they lose to Miami. And I think they beat Green Bay at home.
Actually, I'm going to go 2-2 because I have them losing to Green Bay at Green Bay, but I have them beating Green Bay at Ford Field. So I'm going to change that to 2-2.
So through 8, I have them at 4-4. So do you?
Yes,
we agree?
Yep, I have them at 4-4.
All right, the next 4-game window.
Okay.
Road in Chicago, on the road to the Giants, home to the Bills, home to the Jaguars. What do you have them going in this 4-game stretch? Let's start in Chicago.
I could see them 3-1 because I have them beating Chicago. I think they'll beat the Giants. The Bills is an automatic loss, but I think they can beat the Jaguars as well. So if I have to go with my heart, I would probably say 2-2 again because I feel like to win 3 out of the 4, there's one game you might drop out of those 3. You're going to MetLife, you're going to Soldier Field, and you got Jacksonville. And who knows what Trevor Lawrence is going to look like in year 2. So I'm going to go the safe route. I'm going to go 2-2. But if they go 3-1,
so you have
I'm not
6
surprised.
6 through 12,
yes,
right?
Yes.
All right, I have them going 1-3 in this stretch.
Okay.
They're going to beat Chicago, and then their first substantial amount of adversity will come. They're going to lose to the Giants. They're going to lose on Thanksgiving to the Bills, and the Jaguars will beat them at Ford Field. Okay? So I have them at 5-7. You have them at 6-6.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The next 4-game stretch. Minnesota at home, on the road to the Jets, on the road to Carolina, home to the Bears. 4-game stretch. Jeff, what do you have them going?
This is, I think, another 2-2 to me. I think they beat the Vikings because they lost earlier in the season. I think they split with the Vikings. They could also get swept by the Vikings. But I'll say they beat the Vikings, and they're going to lose, in my opinion, to either the Jets or the Panthers. I don't know. They could beat both of them, but I think they'll lose to one of those teams. And I think they beat Chicago. So
3-1?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-2 actually. Again.
2-2, not 3-1.
No.
So you have them at 8-8.
Yep.
Okay. In this 4-game window, I have them winning 2 games.
Okay.
Losing to Minnesota, they get swept by Minnesota. I have them beating the Jets, losing to Carolina, beating the Bears. So the Lions, as of right now, 7-9, heading into Green Bay for the final game of the year on my books.
Me too.
I have them at 7-9. You have them at 8-8. You win 2-2 on every stretch, unless I.
Oh yes, you're right. 8 and 8, and then I have them losing.
And then losing to the
Green
Packers
Bay.
to be 8 and 9.
Yeah, 8 and 9.
So 8 and 9, I think, is very fair.
Yeah.
I have them at 7 and 10, but if I'm honest, again, let's just play the quarterback game because this is where things get interesting. So just to clarify, 7 and 10 over here, 8 and 8 on, or excuse me, 8 and 9 on your side, and I think that's improvement. Having said that, let's go back to week 1. Jared Goff or Jalen Hurts?
Oh, we're not doing this.
Just trust me. Trust me.
All right.
Follow through.
Jared Goff.
Really?
Between him or
I
Jalen
was
Hurts?
not expecting that
Yeah,
answer.
if you tell me who I
Okay.
would trust, I'm going with Goff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz or Jared Goff?
Oh, that's a toss up. I'll go Goff.
Okay.
Because
Goff or Cousins?
probably Cousins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goff or Geno Smith?
Well, Goff. Yeah.
Goff or Mac Jones?
That's tough. I'll go Goff right now.
Okay.
But I think Mac Jones could be better
Dak
than
Prescott?
Goff. Dak.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Dak.
Tua or Goff?
Goff.
Rodgers, Goff?
Well, that's the answer.
Okay.
Rodgers.
Fields or Goff?
Goff because
Okay.
of what's around him.
Goff or Daniel Jones?
Goff.
All right. Goff or Josh Allen, excuse me.
Josh Allen.
Okay. Jared Goff or Trevor Lawrence?
I'm gonna go Trevor.
Okay. Kirk Cousins, you already answered. Zach Wilson, Jared Goff.
Goff.
Okay. Jared Goff or Baker Mayfield?
Baker can get hot. I'm gonna go Goff if we're
Okay.
talking in general.
So,
yeah.
out of the 17 games that are played this season, 10 of which you believe, which I would, for the most part, agree with you. I don't know about Jalen Hurts yet, but for the most part, there are 9 or 10 games where the Lions have the better quarterback. I have them at 7 wins. You have them at 8. Now, the absolute X factor this season are going to be on the road to the Giants, on the road to the Jets, on the road to Carolina, home to Seattle, on the road to New England, home to Washington, the Bears twice. That's already 8 wins. Now, you're not going to win all of them, but I'm
Right.
just saying, those games are there. And there's a reason why we talk about one of the easier schedules in the NFL. That's why. That's why. So you have them at 8 and 9, I have them at 7 and 10. And I think that's a fair, that is fair play.
Yeah, we're both. Even if they go 7 and 10, I'm sitting up here. I'm accepting.
So I have
accept
them
that.
losing to Jacksonville, by the way. That was our one differentiator where we just disagreed on. I have them losing to Jacksonville. I think you have them going 2 and 2 in that stretch. I have them going 1 and 3.
Yeah, I didn't say what teams. I just said 2 and 2.
Oh,
I could see them losing
I think
the Jacksonville game. Yeah.
is. You guys want to place a bet on a dark horse division winner this year? Take Jacksonville. I'm telling you. Tennessee's going to fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
The Colts, I don't think, are night and day better with Matt Ryan. Trevor Lawrence, if he's what you think he is, with Doug Peterson and that offense, watch out.
And they have a good defense.
Watch out for Jacksonville if you guys want a friendly bet.
They got pass rushers.
I want to wrap up, but 7 and 10, 8 and 9, okay? I don't think either of us have them having stretches where they lose a lot of games. I have them 1 and 3 for a 4-game stretch where they do lose 3 in a row. But outside of that, this is a season of win, loss, win, 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 loss, loss, win, loss, win, loss. So a lot of back and forth.
Right.
I think it's pretty fair.
And also,
I really do.
on top of that, you know that this season's going to be dictated on 2 things, and I always say it's defensive line and offensive line. Number 1, though, it's that defense. Because we could talk about what quarterbacks we prefer, Jared Goff or whoever it is, but you're not facing quarterbacks. You're facing the defense if you're Jared Goff. So that's the thing also you have to look at is, yeah, I think they could beat some of these teams, but also you look at New England against this defense we have currently. You got to look at it like that as well. And it's going to be interesting to see. I think some of these wins, you might see some games you lose that you kind of scratch your head, but you also might see some wins this year where you're sitting there going, damn, the Lions just steal that game.
Let me just ask you very directly. Do you think they split with the Vikings?
Yeah, I do. They could get swept.
I would say I don't.
They could.
they
I'll say
split?
yes. I'll say definitively yes.
I'm going to say they don't. I think they get swept.
Okay.
Packers, split or sweep?
I'm going to say split.
I would agree. I think they'll split.
Yeah.
Bears, I think they sweep the Bears.
Yeah, I think they sweep them too.
So that is a 3 and 3 record in your division. If they go 3 and 3 in the division, I think that's a good season. I do. 4 and 2 would be an overachievement because that would mean you probably swept the Bears and split with the Vikings and Packers, which I don't think they do. They're going to lose to Buffalo. I think Miami comes to town and beats them. I don't see the defense having an answer for all those weapons. Do I see them? Are they capable of beating the Patriots, beating the Cowboys? Yeah. Yeah, they are. But it's a long, drawn-out season, man. But you know what's funny about this? We have this conversation, and this is why when people tell me this year, Adam, 10-7, the Lions are going 10-7, I don't laugh at them. I really don't. Because if Dan Campbell is what you think he is, if Ben Johnson is everything we're giving him credit for already, the offense is going to be clicking. They're going to be in all these games, and it's whether or not they can make a few stops and make a few plays on offense that'll decide how their season goes. I don't think 10 is egregious. I don't.